You guys know I am a sucker for viral recipes, and today I want to try a recipe that's blowing up on the internet. It is Princess Diana's overnight oats. You guys do know I love my overnight oats. I typically use oats overnight. I love their flavor variety. I love how easy they are to put together. I like the taste of their protein and their ingredients. But today I wanted to try to make these overnight oats that Princess Diana used to eat all the time that really sound quite delicious. I will tell you right off the bat, the recipe requires that you use orange juice. So yes, it is gonna be high in sugar. Not for the faint of heart, but it is something I'm trying just one time because they look divine. And I thought, you know, this looks like luxury overnight oats. I definitely have to give these a try. So the way that we put these overnight oats together do require a few steps. The very first step is to actually leave your oats soaking overnight. And typically when I make overnight oats, I am using high protein milk, but this recipe requires orange juice. I'm not sure why it requires orange juice, but my guess would be that the acidity in the orange juice will help break down and soften the oats. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the serving size that's suggested in this. I've got these protein oats at Walmart. They are the Bob's Red Mill brand. 1/3 cup is 200 calories and gives me 10 grams of protein and also 6 grams of fiber. So I did this last night. I put this in a little container, and I went ahead and I also added just a little over 1/3 cup of orange juice. To this, we are going to add several ingredients, and then there's a couple toppings that you add at the end. The very first ingredient that we're gonna add is Greek yogurt. I'm just gonna go ahead and add 2 thick tablespoons to try to get me close to that half a serving so I can still manage to get about 10 grams of protein from the Greek yogurt. I'm gonna go ahead and mix it just to make sure that that's thoroughly combined before I add anything else. Just how it is right now, this is about 20 grams of protein, okay? That's not enough for me. You guys know I love high protein meals because they help keep me satisfied, they keep me full longer. I'm going to add half a scoop of the Cinnamon Roll FlavCity protein powder. I love the taste of this. It is warm, cozy, just the right amount of cinnamon taste. Half a scoop of this is gonna be 80 calories and it's gonna get me a little bit over 12 grams of protein. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. The recipe does call for cinnamon, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my cinnamon now. Okay, you sweeten the overnight oats with honey. Now, I'm gonna use this as a topping because I feel like with the protein powder and the orange juice, this is probably sweet enough for me. I have cut back on a lot of my sugar, so I don't feel like, you know, things need to be coinly sweet. To this, we are going to add some fresh fruit. We're gonna add blueberries. We're gonna top it. We need some crunch in here, right? Overnight oats can be mushy and runny. So we're gonna add some chopped walnuts. And one more thing that I'm missing to add in here is some shredded apple. The chef that I watched do this, he used Honeycrisp apple. So that's exactly what I got. He said to definitely leave the skin on because we know the skin has what? Fiber. So I went ahead and I added my shredded apple and I'm gonna mix that in. This looks about done. All right, to this, I am going to add some blueberries, some chopped walnuts, and a drizzle of honey. If you're wondering what happened to me, I just went to get lab work this morning. I'm excited to share my lab work with you guys here real soon. So I'm gonna get a spoonful with everything, a little walnut, apple, blueberry, honey. You know what? This is kind of sweet, so you could probably skip on the honey altogether, save yourself 60 calories and additional sugar. 1 tablespoon of honey is 17 grams of sugar. So skip that step. You probably don't really need it. It's really good. I'm not sure if my protein powder changed the taste of the original recipe. One day I'll have to try without, you know, my protein powder. But I feel better eating this because I know it has an additional 12 grams of protein just because I added the protein powder. Okay, so let me give you the macros before I let you go. Double check that you're subscribed to the channel. If you found this recipe helpful, consider hitting the like. Also, tell me in the comments if you try this at home. I want to know your thoughts and if you loved it or if you hated it. Now for the macros. Princess Diana overnight oats. The calories, 605 calories with 8 grams of fiber and 35 grams of protein. If I changed anything about this recipe, would be adding a tablespoon of chia seeds or basil seeds just to amp up the fiber. Thanks for being here, friends. Till next time, let's keep losing. Bye.